Hi guys. So I just got back from seeing the First Omen, which is playing in theaters, and this is of course a prequel to the Omen. Um, Now I have only actually seen the original Omen. I didn't watch any of the sequels or the remake yet. I'm going to eventually, but I haven't heard very good things about them, and I heard that a couple of them are actually horrendously awful. But I'll watch them eventually. Um, so wish me luck on that. But I like the original one. I don't love it, but it's one of those films that is like all due respect for me. Um, I don't love it, and I don't really tend to rewatch it at all. I mean, I did watch it again just because this was coming out, but I don't really tend to rewatch it that much. It's more of a film that I respect rather than personally enjoy, but there is still stuff in the movie that I do like. But anyway, the First Omen is obviously a prequel, and this follows Damien's mother, and that's pretty much what you should know about the plot of this movie. Now, when I saw the trailer to this movie, I was like, "That's really cool. I'm in." Especially because when I first heard that they're making the First Omen as a prequel, I'm like, I don't really think I have too much interest in it. I mean, I'm obviously gonna watch it, but I don't have too much interest in it. Then I saw the trailer drop, and I was like, "That looks cool. That looks great. I'm in." So then after seeing that trailer, I immediately got really excited for it. And after seeing it tonight, I thought the film was pretty fucking excellent. Um, the acting is all really good all across the board, very great, and um, some really dark stuff in here as well, which kind of like Immaculate, which I know a lot of people are actually comparing this movie to Immaculate, and I can see that there is some similarities here, and there's some pretty dark material in this movie too. I wouldn't say it's quite as dark as Immaculate was, but there's still some dark stuff in here. But this movie has some really really cool practical effects. The practicals in this movie are really good in pretty much every way, and you really get immersed into it. The movie does kind of have a bit of a slow start, which I can see that kind of being a downside for some people because this is a 2 hour long film. It didn't really bother me. I was on board with the film, and once all the practicals and stuff got in, and I really got immersed, and I started to just kick back and really enjoy myself here. Um, but I really enjoyed this film. Oh, and the soundtrack, phenomenal. That is something that I do really enjoy about the original Omen movie is the soundtrack. Soundtrack in here, nothing but 100 times better. Great soundtrack. I absolutely loved the music that they used in here. I thought it was super creepy, super effective. And I think that even if you don't really like The Omen, you will probably still enjoy this movie. If you like The Omen, obviously you're gonna like this movie. But if you're not that big of a fan, then you're probably still gonna like it. Um, I say that if you're a fan of this kind of horror, like demonic horror, occult horror, then you absolutely should watch it. And as the movie stands right now for me, I think it's very good and one of my favorites of the year so far, at least. Um, I don't really know if I would say it's my favorite so far of the year. I am kind of tied between a couple other films, which are, Immaculate and Stop Motion. Those are a couple other films that came out this year that I thought were really good, but this is definitely up to there with those two films as being, like the best film of the year. This was a really cool movie, and I think that once it comes out to streaming, after a couple of rewatches, I could end up actually loving this movie because right now I wouldn't really say it's like 5 star. This is like at least a 4.5, 4.7. This is it's really good, and I think that I will probably end up liking it better once it comes out to streaming and I get to watch it multiple times. So, anyway, that'll do it for my review of The First Omen. It's currently playing in theaters, and I definitely recommend it, and I really think that you should go out and see it. If you have seen it, then let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and subscribe to me to see more horror and thriller reviews.